Hi, it's Doug Coy for SoWhatDoYouThink.com. Well, we were going to go outside and film today, but hey, guess what? It's raining in Vancouver again. Man, we've had a lot of rain. So I was sitting back today saying, hey, what could we talk about? And I saw this quote by Hedges. Now, if you don't know who he is, he's a well-known author, journalist, war correspondent, and he actually graduated from Harvard University. He has a Master's of Divinity from Harvard. And he said this. He said, "We now live in a nation where doctors destroy health, lawyers destroy justice, universities destroy knowledge, governments destroy freedom, the press destroys information, religion destroys morals, and our banks destroy the economy." Now there's a positive thought for you. I got very defensive when I first read that. Then I started to think about it, and I know doctors that do care about health. I know a number of people that are lawyers that really care about justice. But then I thought about it. I said, overall, I think he has something here, and we need to think about it, really think about it. I don't think the problem is necessarily the political system or the banks or the judicial system or the religious system. You say, what do you think the problem is? I think the problem is very simple. And let me share that by sharing a story with you. A little boy wandered into his dad's office, and his dad was working away. He was quite busy, didn't have time to play with the young boy. But the boy kept bugging the dad. So the father looked over and he saw this magazine, and there on the magazine was a picture of the world. And so he ripped off that picture out of the magazine and ripped it into a whole bunch of small pieces, put it down on the floor and said, "There you go, son. Here's a task for you. Put the world together." And the father thought to himself, that's going to take my 8-year-old boy at least an hour to put that together. He gave him some Scotch tape. In about 10 minutes, the boy came back and the picture was put together. The world was together. And the father looked at him and goes, "Genius." And he asked the boy, he said, "How did you do that?" And the little boy looked at him and he said, "Well, it wasn't too hard. On the back of the world was a picture of a man, so all I had to do was put the man together. And guess what, Dad? The world came together." I think that says it all. I think the problem we've had in our society is over the years we've had such a moral decline and such a decline in the area of ethics. And that comes down to a personal thing. People that are running certain companies, people that are in charge of, say, religious institutions or whatever, once you have that moral breakdown, once you have that ethical breakdown that happens at the personal level, then the institutions start falling apart. Because we're only as strong as the people who run the institutions. So, if you want my simple answer on this, we need to see people come back to a moral and an ethical stance. We said many years ago in North America, for the most part, hey, we don't need God in our lives. Let's get him out of schools. Let's separate the whole thing. We'll just do it on our own. We're just not going to acknowledge God at all. And I think the results are out. We've done a pretty good job of messing it up. And that's what you do when you act independently of God, in my opinion. So, what do you think? Love to hear your comments. This is Doug Coy saying, have a great day. Wherever you are in the world, stay out of the rain. Talk to you tomorrow.